and welcome to badminton and the 2020 Perodua Malaysia Masters. We're in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur in the Ashad Arena, approximately 15 kilometers south of the city center in the Bukit Jalil Sport Complex. It is semi-finals day here in this, the first tournament of the 2020 HSBC BWF World Tour. We have 8 matches coming up for you. We start with women's singles and top seed TAI Tzu Ying taking on Jiao of China, the 7th seed. Then on to women's doubles, where last year's beaten finalist Poli and Rahayu up against the relatively new Chinese combination of Li Wenmei and Zhang Yu. Then back to women's singles, and another beaten finalist from last year, that was Carolina Marin. Now she's up against world number 1 Chen Yufei, who finished 2019 so strong with the victory in the World Tour finals. Then it's mixed doubles and home interest, as the Olympic silver medalist Chen Pengsun and Go Liu Ying is trying to make their way to the final and get past the second seeds from China, Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping. Then men's doubles and the world champions of 2018, Li and Liu from China, they're up against San and Sechuan, who is actually the 2019 world champion. So we have a mini Super Cup in men's doubles there in that first semi-final. Then men's singles, where Victor Axelsen has never lost a game to Ng Ka Long, who is of course trying to build on his brilliant performance yesterday, where Ng Ka Long defeated the Asian Games champion Jonathan Christie. More men's doubles as veterans Lee and Kim takes on the champions from 2018 in this tournament, Farah Alfian and Mohamed Rian Adianto. And both pairs had to survive match point in yesterday's quarterfinal matches. Finally, the men's singles, where home favorite Li Shijia is out to get his first ever win against the 2019 Player of the Year, the world champion, world number 1 and top seed in this tournament, Kento Momota. So here is a look at the women's singles draw. We started out with players from 5 nations in the quarterfinals. That has shrunk to 3 different nations in the semifinal, and the only unseeded player, as you can see, Carolina Marin, who defeated 4th seed Akane Yamaguchi already in the first round, and held on to the seed she sort of acquired there. 2 very, very interesting matches we've got for you, and the first one on the top of the draw, TAI Tzu Ying and Jiao waiting to enter the arena. Here is TAI Tzu Ying. Played brilliantly yesterday, defeated world champion PV Sindhu. And Jiao, who in my opinion sprung a little surprise with a relatively convincing victory, or actually a very convincing victory against Nozomi Okuhara, whom she held a 1-7 deficit in head-to-head against before yesterday's match. Jiao won 1 tournament last year. That was the Korea Super 500, where she defeated Rachina Gintanen. As you can see, TAI Tzu Ying, clear head-to-head favorite here. A little reluctant from Jiao. She won the coin toss and elected to start on this near side of the court, presumably playing with the drift in the opening game. Here is TAI Tzu Ying. She won 3 tournaments last year. Did the player from Chinese Taipei, was the Malaysian and Denmark Super 750s, and then she won Singapore Super 500. She was the runner-up in both All England and China Super 1000, though. 25 years of age, from Kaohsiung. Best career result was the gold in Asian Games 2018, where she defeated PV Sindhu, whom she also defeated yesterday in the quarterfinal. Had to go the full distance against Song Ji-hyun in the second round, but otherwise relatively convincing. TAI Tzu Ying, who lost in this tournament last year at the quarterfinal stage to Rachana Gintanan. She also lost to her the previous year, that was in the final in 2018, but she definitely has a feel for this arena, as she's won the last 3 Malaysia Open titles, the Super 750 played later this year, where the last 2 editions have been played here in Axiata Arena. So, Heping Jiao from Lian Yunyang, Suzhou in the Jiangsu province in China. Very, very skilled left-hander, in my opinion. She's always seemed like she needed to better her fitness a little bit, and I actually think she's done that. But so far the results from that have yet to be seen to the full extent, in my opinion. Sometimes it's difficult to sort of turn it around so quickly. You're still stuck in some of the old patterns in terms of shot selections and so on. Apart from winning 2 tournaments, one tournament, Heping Jiao, the Korea Open, she also was the runner-up in the Badminton Asia Championships and the India's Super 500 tournament, but also struggled a little bit with injuries and retired in the quarterfinal of French Open against Akane Yamaguchi. So our umpire for this match is Chang Yi-Chin from Malaysia, and service judge Lee Hok Chan.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, TAI Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Heping Jiao, China. Heping Jiao to serve, love all, play.
So match is underway. Good. Yesterday, I think there was a little bit of a sideways drift. Not very much, but still enough to spot once in a while from left to right. Of course, drift alongside the court from Heping Jiao towards TAI Tzu Ying. Deception, fantastic deception by TAI Tzu Ying.
2, 3.
The racket and the arm sort of signals a flat lift, drive, and
4-2.
Certainly changes direction just in the nick of time. Good start to the match here for Jiao, who recorded one of her wins against TAI Tzu Ying, one of her 2 wins in the World Championship on home soil in Nanjing back in 2018, where Jiao went on to win the bronze medal.
Three, 5.
Conditions back in Nanjing were a little bit slower, or actually a bit slower than here in the fast-playing Ashita Arena, and in my opinion that definitely pushes the advantage towards TAI Tzu Ying. Jiao a little bit more powerful. If she gets the attacking opportunities than Tai, in my opinion, but faster on her feet and with lots of deceptions that can still cause trouble for Jiao.
5 off.
This is one of the situations where I feel that Jiao with that shot there overdid it a little bit, and I think I definitely think she's become more fit over the past 6 months or so. But I think sometimes she still plays a little bit too sharp because she's used to for previous years that some certain shots they should not come back on her side. So it's all or nothing.
Service all. 6 all.
So it's error from Tai.
Service all. 7, 6.
It's one of those shots that they should hopefully not be mistakes on that kind of shots, because it's a shot that's never a winner. So,
8, 6.
there's no real upside of playing it too close. That's a good reply there from TAI Tzu Ying. That's well played.
Service all. 7, 8.
Very nice shot. Oh, what a deception. Magnificent badminton we're witnessing from the start of the match here.
9, 7.
It was the cross clear who did the damage. Look at the ragged head wiggling there from TAI Tzu Ying. clear there. That made the damage. That was the one that Jiao wasn't expecting. Big part of being a top player at the very highest level is the anticipation ability, knowing what your opponent is capable of and holding that up against the amount of pressure she's on in the situations gives you a much better idea of what kind of shots and what likelihood it is that each corner is played, so that you can overcover some parts of the court. What a fantastic drop shot there on the line and so close to the net. That is magnificent. Takes an extra step, and Jiao didn't have that extra step in her. So, in the smash, TAI Tzu Ying takes a 3-point lead going into the mid-game interval. She's up 11-8. A little lucky net court there. Ching to the right in the left t-shirt. Coach. TAI, the first Chinese Taipei player to win an All England Open title back in 2017, and also the first Chinese Taipei player to win a gold medal in badminton in the Asian Games. That was in 2018. It's gone wrong. Fantastic lift there. Amazing badminton. It's gone wide. What a fantastic rally by the two players. Absolutely magnificent badminton. Look at the quality she got back there. Jiao, and that lift as well. Wow. It's like watching a highlights collection, looking at this first game here. Really challenging each other to play their absolute best, these two players. That's on the line, I think. Challenge from TAI Tzu Ying. It's called out. Yeah, hit the line. And when she plays like this, TAI Tzu Ying, she's really, really difficult to stop. To try and hang in there and hope that that will sort of slow her down a little bit, that mistakes will creep in, but she looks in great shape today. That's well played by Hoping Jiao. Needs to score some points now in order to get back into this first game, even though she, the way I see it, start on the more difficult side. White.
10, 15.
Called, I think,
11, 15.
umpire. I actually thought it looked okay, but it's a split-second decision. We have to accept that it's not foolproof. Good smash.
Service all. 16, 11.
Really making the court big for Hoping Jiao there, TAI Tzu Ying. What a shot.
11.
I thought Hoping Jiao did a good job and hit that early, but Tai running from the opposite diagonal and then playing a cross net drop like that. Absolutely fantastic play. Oi! Oh, she got that back as well. It's an amazing rally. Absolutely incredible badminton. It had to end at some point, and unfortunately for TAI Tzu Ying, it was a smash in the middle of the net here, but the rally that led up to it was just absolutely amazing. This is a nice shot from Hoping Jiao. A bit too short, the replies from Tai there.
Service all. 19, 13. Service all. 14, 19.
Wide.
15, 19.
Tight spinning net shot from TAI Tzu Ying. sets itself up with 5 game points. Oh, it wasn't a tight spinning actually, it just touched the top of the tape and got deflected a little bit. Only 5 game points.
Service all. 16, 20.
Almost landed in, but there's a challenge from Jiao. If she's wrong in her challenge, then the first game is over. Let's see what Hawkeye says. Did it touch the line? No, it didn't. What a good thing we have Hawkeye. Otherwise, the first game would have been TAI Tzu Ying's, but
17, 20.
Jiao is staying in there. Still 3 game points to go for time. That's gone wide, and the top seed takes the first game. What a magnificent display of badminton we've seen from these 2 women. That one goes wide. So, first game to TAI Tzu Ying, 21-17. So, almost ready for the second game here after some piece of advice to Jiao from Lu Yigong, the Chinese women's singles coach. And I have to say, I can't really wait to get the second game on. It's been magnificent badminton we've seen from the 2 players here, and I'm curious to see what happens now when they change ends. Would definitely be too early to write off Jiao, who's, in my opinion, playing the better end, the far end of the court right now. Should give her a chance to put a little bit more pressure on the back court of TAI Tzu Ying.
Second game. Love all. Play.
It's gone long.
1, love. Love. Service all. 1, 2. 2, 4.
Interesting to see whether Jiao can take control of the net. here in the second game, where she has a little bit of an easier task of flicking from the net. That's good control by TAI Tzu Ying. And these fast-played arenas with a little bit of drift and shuttles with a speed that's not too slow really gives the technical players an advantage. They've got an easier task, or they're simply better in controlling the length of their shot. Both these two players, of course, obvious, really strong technical players. It's gone long.
5-2. 6-2. Seven, two.
Too many mistakes from the racket of Jiao at the moment. Breaking off the flat game exchange there. Holds the record for most consecutive matches won. Does TAI Tzu Ying.
9-2.
Was back in 2018 where she won the Indonesia Masters, All England Badminton Asia Championships. Her matches at Juba Cup, Malaysia Open, Indonesia Open, and on to the quarterfinal in the World Championships, where she was stopped by her opponent today. 31 matches won consecutively.
Service all. 10-3. Service all. 4-10.
Big gulp of air from Jiao, and she really needs to score some points if she wants to get back into this not only game but match.
Service all.
Another mistake, and TAI has raced to a 7-point lead here as we head to the mid-game interval here in the second game.
Hot one. 20 seconds. Hot one. 20 seconds.
Just before she entered the court, Jiao was doing some shadow strokes with her left arm. Be something that doesn't really feel right. Brilliant. Simply brilliant by the top seed.
Service all. 5, go.
I think that's the way she has to go. That she's trying those shadow movements again. I think there's something with her shoulder, but she's got to be more attacking her Bing Jiao. She's got to smash a bit more, steal time from TAI Tzu Ying. If she's not able to steal time, then TAI Tzu Ying will do damage to her by all those small deceptions. There it is.
14, 5.
Challenge from her Bing Jiao, but I think it was more or less to break the rhythm, and she's still struggling a little bit with her left arm, it seems. Yeah, it is well out.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 15. 15, 5. Play.
Played.
Service off. 6, 15.
Some good pressure on those two clears there from her Bing Jiao, and she's able to win it with a smash.
15.
That's one of the things that we judge technical skills by, is under what amount of pressure do you still have the choices of all 4 corners, and I think TAI Tzu Ying can play all 4 corners under a lot of pressure.
8, 15.
Perhaps the most pressure of all the women's singles players. It makes it so difficult for her Bing Jiao to rule out any corner. Oh. Landed in.
9, 15.
Plumb on the line there. Good control.
Service off. 15, 9.
Obviously not what she needed at this moment, her Bing Jiao.
17, 9. 18-9. Service all. 10-18.
It's gone wide.
Service all. 19-10.
2 points away from her second final here in Malaysia Masters in a 3-year span.
Service all. 11-19.
So 9 match points for TAI Tzu Ying. A little bit disappointing second game here in terms of Hoping Jiao. Both players held a really high quality in the first game, but TAI Tzu Ying has just been too dominant here in the second game. This is the view the coaches have when they're watching the match. Oh, that's a fantastically, does so much damage. And there it is. Magnificent performance by TAI Tzu Ying. First game, almost a highlight compilation from the two players. Second game, a very, very dominant Chinese Taipei player. And a deserved win in straight games. After 34 minutes of play, this shot ends the match, and the score is confirmed here, 21-17, 21-12.